Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're gonna make homemade bread. I made homemade bread a month ago or so and I figured this time around I would film it just in case you guys need a recipe or something. I'm sure most of you have a homemade recipe for homemade bread, but I figured I could film it anyways. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let's get into it. Here I'm just adding all the oil and milk and water in one container just so it can all be warm. So it's 1 cup of oil and 1 cup of milk and 6 cups of water. It's called for warm water, but I did hot water this time around because the milk and oil wasn't warm, so that way it all together was warm. If that makes any sense. And here in my KitchenAid, I just add 3 teaspoons of yeast and then add the water mixture on it and let it rise for like 5 minutes. And soon here you'll see that I forgot to unravel the cord. A big fail, but whatever. Real life. Yeah, I just mixed it a little bit and then put a towel over it and let it rise for like 5 minutes or so. And then I'll add all the rest of the ingredients to it. 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons sugar, and it says 1 handful of salt, I guess, just however much you think would work for you. And 1 teaspoon of vinegar. And then mix it and add flour as you think you would want it. But here in a moment you will see that I made it into 2 separate mixtures because my KitchenAid can only do like 4 cups at a time, and it was 8 cups altogether, so I did 4 cups at once and then put it in 2 separate bowls to rise and everything, and that way it yeah, because the other day when I did it I did it just in that one bowl and it overflew or overgrew, I should say, not flew, but it was all over the place, and I figured this time around I would just do 2 bowls and then it wasn't so much in one. So, and you'll see me add flour to the bottom here soon, and I don't know why I did that. I wasn't thinking. I usually don't do that. I usually add a little bit of oil to the bottom and a little bit of oil to the top, as I was gonna say. I got interrupted, my husband came home. So yeah, anyways, I do that and then I let it rise for an hour, and then I knead it a little, just knead it a little bit again, and then I let it rise for another hour, just so when I put them into the pan that they don't rise that much then, because I don't like huge buns, like high buns or however you would call it. But yeah, Anyways, enough rambling here. This is when I realized that I put flour on there instead of oil. I was like, my goodness, why did I do that? But it worked. There was just on the bottom a little bit that I had to leave in there because all the flour didn't want to mix in there, so it wasn't very nice. But yeah, usually when I put oil on top and everything, then it doesn't stick to the lid like that. So that's where I realized I made a mistake. Here I'm pouring oil in the bowl so I can dip my fingers and my hands in there, because the dough was very sticky just because I didn't add the oil. So it's very nice to have that oil on top and on the bottom when you knead it after an hour of rising. So here I just weighed how big I wanted them, and then after that I just did by how it looked to me. The size. And this time around I made them bigger than I usually do, just because it's a lot of work if you make them smaller, and I don't mind them when they're bigger, so you can do whatever. Yeah, I don't know why it caught me off there, but yeah, anyways, you can do whatever size you prefer. This is just a size that I like, and that way we don't have lots of small ones and it doesn't take as long. Here it is. I'm all done. I think it's so pretty once it's done. I want to add a bow to there yet with ribbon. I just did it like this in the back. You're not supposed to do that. But I didn't want it to fall out. They called for just cutting it around there, but I didn't feel safe doing that, so I'm gonna add one more piece over it so it's pretty, and then yeah, we'll have it as a decoration. But there it is. I love it.